everybody. So I've been installing rock lights on my 2013 CTS coupe. This is the 3.6. And I thought I would show you guys what I did to get these rock lights installed. But before we get started, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button, or you can wait till the end to hit the like button, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button now so that you can see the other YouTube videos that I have out there working on my CTS coupe, all right? So we'll get back to the business at hand. To start out, I'm going to segue into a video of me running the power wire from the trunk to the outside to be able to power the lights. That's a big step, so go ahead and check out this video and then we'll get back to the next part. How do I run the wire to the interior with my battery in the trunk? So I just want to show you that. So, and this is for any wire that you need to run outside. So there's your battery there. I pulled out the off the tail light. All you have is 3 holes with you see the bolt there. Well, on the other side, on the back side over here, you're going to have the nut, the 10mm nut. You just remove those. All right, you see your battery right there. You just remove those 3 right there. Tilt your and this molding right here is part of the tail light. So what you have to do is pull this molding back, this weather stripping back, and then you just pull it out, the whole thing out from that point. It may seem like it's not going to come out at first, and that's probably because you're just trying to pull it with this weather stripping still there. So pull that back, and then just use this as leverage to be able to help you pull it out, and it'll come out right away. So now what I did was I ran, so these are going to be for the power up the rock lights right here. So I'm running a cable through here, and I'm using the bigger hole right here, all right? Because I don't want to use one of the screw holes, of course. And then I'm fishing it down, right through down through here, all right? And then that will allow for it to, I'm on the passenger side now. I'm going underneath. And right back here, it'll just come out right here. See that? And so now I'll be able to just keep it away from my exhaust though, but now I'll be able to run my rock lights right here. No need for drilling any holes any place. All right, so now that you've seen that video, now the next step is to show you what I did, because I think a big problem what people will run into when installing the rock lights on here would be the exhaust. How do you get past the exhaust? Because the exhaust will melt your wires. All right, so let me show you what I did. All right, so first I'm underneath the car, passenger side, rear, and my wire, as you watched in that video, came feeding down through here. And as you can see, the connection is right there. I connected it here, and I kind of just routed it right around here. And if you can see, the wire is right here, and it's starting to go around to the front. So now it's going up through there, through the front. You see the exhaust pipe down here. Here's part of the frame, and here is the wire right here. And so it's routing around to the front. And then once I get it over there, I drop it down. Here is your rear drive CV axle right here. It's right behind that, and it's coming down. Give you a little reference point. Rear wheel, lower, what do you want? Control arm, or whatever you want to call it. And it's coming out down here, and now I'm running it up in through here, through this hole. And then I bring it back out through this hole just so it won't droop down. And then I run it. I'm moving towards the front of the car now. And as you can see, the wire's right here. I'm going to put another zip tie here to hold it up. And as you can see, I am connecting it right on over to the brake lines over here. using zip ties to connect it to the brake lines. So right now it's running along the passenger side of the car. And here you see all the connections right here all together, all zip tied up there, along there, so they're up high and out of the way. I'll come back a little bit, give you a better view. All right, that's going back towards the back of the car. And here we are still running up over here. And as you can see, here is one of the rock lights right here, coming into here, connecting in. And I have another one up a little further. There is the other one there. All right, and I have one at each wheel well too. Now this is only on the passenger side over here. The driver's side is going to mirror this. Now, as far as how do you get the wires over to the driver's side, so I picked up this off of Amazon. This right here is just like a heat shield wrap, Velcro, so you can just wrap it around there. But first I ran the wires up over here. Let's see, let me see if I can get you guys a good view. So there is your exhaust pipe right here. And you see how it comes from the left side and the right side and come back into this Y, right where it connects together here. Right where it comes together is one pipe. That is where I'm at, okay? So, oh, and your transfer case is right here too, if that helps you out. Well, I have the all-wheel drive. If you don't have the all-wheel drive, you won't have the transfer case. But the wire is coming from here on the passenger side. And I'm running the wires up over that. And I'm using these, the bracket for the exhaust hanger. You see this is from the exhaust, this part right here. And this right here is the bracket that's more mounted to the car right here for the exhaust to hang from, okay? So I ran it up and I used that as my connection point to keep it up as high as possible. And then I run it over to the other side. And as you can see, it comes down from there. And it comes out over here on this side. And so I have the wrap all around it to protect the wires from the heat. As you can see it back up in there, there's some, you see it way up on top there. So, and then I also used metal zip ties over around here. I didn't use plastic zip ties, I used metal zip ties. I still got to snip off the end pieces, but that's what I used over here. And then I ran it over to the other side. And right now I'm doing a little work over here to take care of some Wisconsin rust, but then the wires kind of run to the other side. Now let me show you how I did it in the wheel wells. Okay, so I did the same thing for all 4 wheel wells, so I'll show you just one of them. So there's the connection up there. I'll pull the plastic on off. The light is up here. And what I did was I put 3M tape on the back side. For the wheel wells, because it's kind of what do you want to call that? Concaved a bit. When from one side to the other side, it's going to be kind of a gap up in there. So I put like 3 layers of 3M tape on there to fill in that gap, so it makes sure that it's touching. But I also see, if you can see right there, that's JB Weld. I put a bit of JB Weld on there on each corner and put it up there, so the 3M tape held it up there while the JB Weld set. So that's to make sure that doesn't go anyplace. I know some people like to use zip ties to hold them up. I did too, but this particular brand I got, the holes on here are very tiny. So the only zip ties I could put in there would have been very, very small zip ties that wouldn't held up over time. So I think this is a good way. Those aren't going any place. And then I just zip tied it in different places here around the shock mount. And then I ran it behind the shield. As you can see, it's now behind the shield and it's running down to go underneath the car. And I did the same type of 3M with the JB Weld for the rock lights underneath. So I have 2 underneath at each point, 1 in each wheel well. And so that's how I did it. All right, so here is the video of how the lights will look or could look once you're done. Take a look. All right, unfortunately I can't access the app to change the colors, but I can change it to any color I want. So I have 4 on this side. And I put 4 on this side. I still got to do the front and back ones. I have 2 more left to be able to do the front and back. And don't forget about that. All right, so here it is cycling through a few colors. All right, so I hope that helped you guys out. I hope your install went as easily and as smoothly as mine. If you like, hit the like button, and please hit the subscribe button because I have other YouTube videos out there working on my CTS that may be useful to you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.